Hello everyone, Ron Standard here, and thanks to a budget increase, we've managed to get some new equipment, a clipboard. Well, I say budget increase, but we found it in a garbage can. Now, of course, I don't have to have any trouble remembering my penis enlargement pills. John... meant to say lines. Anyway, this video is mainly for my subscribers. If you're not one of my subscribers, then you're watching, that's good. If you're not watching, then you're not watching. Anyway, basically, I've been off for a little while, and I'm sure you've seen the news stories about me and those 12 dwarves. But all I'm going to say is that if they got in the suitcase when I asked them to, we could have avoided a lot of ugliness and solved that situation right there. Anyway, basically this video is going to be about what I would have done if said incident hadn't occurred. Hey, so Battlefield Bad Company, or Bapany, as I like to call it, came out last month, and many people have been comparing this, perhaps unfairly, to Call of Duty 4. In fact, I think it's totally unjust and unfair to compare the two games. So anyway, let's go ahead and do that. In Bad Company, you play as the main character, Preston Parlow, and you have a number of squad mates with you. There's the nerdy guy to appeal to the nerds. There's the southern guy to appeal to the people from the south, and then there's the sergeant guy, Sarge, to appeal to those sergeant minorities. Whereas in Call of Duty 4, you play most of the time as an SAS member called Spongebath or something, and your squad mates are some guy who looks like Lemmy out of the band Motorhead, and another guy to appeal to the sergeant minorities. Although technically, he's a staff sergeant. Jesus, Ron, you gotta stop doing this. You're making yourself look like an idiot in front of all these people. It's far too nerdy. Hey, it's doing research, okay? You can shut the hell up. Right.
Both of you shut up, alright? Fucking get on with it, yeah?
Sorry. Graphically, this game is not up to Ron Standard's standards. Like opening a can of worms and expecting a can of beans, this game's graphics are disappointing. However, they will wriggle out onto the floor and digest your compost. Let's give this game a birdometer score. Let's fight fire with fire of, oh man, that doesn't work. If anything, that just made the situation a lot worse. Now I'm going to have to explain to my mom how I managed to burn down the house. Last month also saw the release of Alone in the Dark. I'm not going to review it, because I can't be bothered. But here's a gameplay tip. If you're alone in the dark, turn on the lights. If the power's out, then light some candles. It's pretty straightforward.
Even if the power isn't out, light some candles, get a nice ambiance going on.
Yeah, exactly. Beautiful romantic ambiance in Alone in the Dark. That's all you need to know. I never really understood, actually, the title of that game, Alone in the Dark. I mean, if you're alone in the dark, what have you got to be afraid of?
And then, if you turn the lights on, it becomes Alone in the Light, and then it's
Alone in the Light isn't. It just doesn't work. Alone with some candles in a nice ambiance.
And a nice bath. Why not?
Have a bath. Get some candles.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, I think we'll
and that's not scary at all.
That's Ron's tip of the week, then.
That's Ron's tip of the week. If you're alone in the dark, light some candles, get in a bath, have a nice ambiance.
We like that. We like that.
We like that a lot.
That's good.
Just some news for you. Well, I mean, it was not really news because it's kind of old by now. So really, it's just a kind of statement. Diablo 3 was announced. Well, last month, or was it? Well, anyway, basically, a lot of people got very excited about this news, so much so that quite a large number of them lost bladder control. Now, this news was tainted by the fact that apparently Diablo 3 has some new art style, new art direction, which is cartoony and inspired by Warcraft, which, well, to get the in-depth analysis for this story, I went on an internet forum. Yes, I found out that apparently the new art style sucks Or, the other point of view is that it is fine. In depth. We'll bring you more news as it develops. Or we'll probably just ignore that whole thing. Okay, so E3 is next week, and I've not been invited because apparently I'm not a serious game journalist. It's okay. I'm not bitter. I was washing my hair that week anyway. But you can probably guess which game I'm hoping will be announced by Nintendo, a game in which Birdo is the main character, and she goes around dispelling the myths about her sexual preferences. Fingers crossed. Oh, and hey, in Raw news, I've got a fan site. Yeah, which is pretty impressive. It's on my main YouTube channel. Just click on the link, and it's got the Ron seal of approval. It's Birdo-tastic. Now, also in Raw news, my cat has been defeated at the Bay of Pigs and has had to retreat to Hungary, so that's good news for humanity. Seriously though, I am actually washing my hair next week, so there'll be no video from Ron Standard. This bush doesn't regenerate itself, I can tell you that for nothing. Anyway, once I've finished washing my hair, hopefully I'll be reviewing, among other things, Brethren in Arms Hell's Highway, or as I like to call it, Barnes Highway. So, this is Ron Standard Jr., aka GamerPro, signing out.